Okay, let's see how to download the code blocks. Write down the code blocks in the Google search engine text box. Code blocks and then press the enter button on the keyboard. It will lead to a website www.codeblocks.org, and you can click on this link. Okay, so here we can see the download the binary release. So we need this downloading. You can also download the source code of the code blocks. Okay, if you want to introduce your own components into the code blocks, so this is the best source from where you can download the actual code of the code blocks. Okay, we need to click on the download the binary release. So here we can see a list of the set of files that can be downloaded and installed on the machines. Okay, I would prefer and suggest that to download this file because it has also a compiler attached to the code blocks IDE. So you can download it from FOSSH hub or sourceforge.net. So click on the one of these links. I click on the sourceforge.net. Okay, so it will take almost less than a second now to start downloading the file. Now you can see here that the file is started to download. Okay guys, the file has been downloaded, and now click on this exe file, this downloaded file. Setup will open. Okay, so it's asking for the permission. Yes. And okay, so click on the next to continue the installation process, and click on I agree with the license agreements. With these are some of the default components, and MinGW compiler source. So this is a compiler which will install with this IDE. Okay, so next, this is the destination folder. You can also install this software, this IDE, on any other location. Okay, so install, this is install, click on install. The target directory does already exist. Okay, to continue anyway. Okay, I have already installed the code blocks on my machine, so if you want to replace it, so click on yes, and if not, so click on no. Okay, let's see, click on yes. So installation has been started. Installation, do you want to run code blocks now? Yes, we want to run our code blocks software to be run. Okay, we want to finish the installation process by clicking next and finish. Okay, so this is the prompt from the user that whether to choose one of these options. So it's up to you which one you want to select. I'm leaving it as it is, so click OK. Okay, when you want to start with a new file, so click on this button, new file button. Okay, when you click on this, so it'll ask for the empty file. Okay, now we want to write a C++ program here. So this is the C++ program, but we can see no such colors of the text. Okay, so let's save this file in the directory here, and we want to save it as first program. So let's see. Okay, so this file has been saved by default as .c with .c extension. So it means the file is actually being created by default for the C language and not for the C++. So this will not be compiled, and it will give some error for the IO stream. So even we can check it here by clicking on the build button. This is the compilation button, build button. So yes, you can see down here in the bottom panel we have an error for that IOStream no such file or directories because this is not part of the C language. So let's create a new file for the C++ language. So create new project. Okay, and in project you can click on the files and then you can select the C++ source file. So this is one of the way from where you can start your C++ source file, creating source file. Okay, the other way is to click on the tab start here. Okay, so this is the start tab from where you can start a new project, create a new project, then comes to the file and select the C++ and then go. Okay, click on the next. So we are interested to create C++ file. Okay, name C++, for example, first program. So save it. The whole path is needed to be input here. Okay, and click on the finish button. So now you can see that this first program has been saved, this file with .cpp extension. Okay, so here you can see now the first program, which is hello bird, while using the cout object, and these colon represent the scope resolution operator, which means that this cout object actually reside inside the standard library. Okay, this is being defined, this cout is defined in the standard library. So another way to write the standard library here is using very good, this IntelliSense Vendor give us the favor to write the reserved keywords using name space. Okay, std. So this is our main standard library. Very good. So this is an alternative way to write down the standard library, to include the standard library in our code. Okay, so both are the are acceptable. Okay, now you can build your file. Okay, the file has been built. Sorry, there are no errors been created. Okay, so now we can run this, the exe file which has been created, by clicking the run button. So here you can see hello world. Click on any button, press on any. Okay, so this is the first program that we have created. Okay, just like in the dev C++, you can also set the default coding in default coding whenever you want to open the new file. So it should be, contain some coding, by default some coding. Okay, so click on the setting, go to the editor settings. Okay, so here you can come, scroll down and click on the default code, and you can insert your default code here as code which will be part of every new file, C++ file. Okay, so click on OK. Now if you click on the new file of, sorry, this is not defined that whether this file is from C or C++, so actually we should create it, files, C. Okay, next, and then select the C++ and then give a new default coding. Okay, so here you can see that the code which has already been set as default code is now part of the every new file. This is the overall method, how can we download and install code block, and how can we actually write a C++ program here, and how can we build and then run that program. And we can also build and run on the same by clicking this button, a single button.